What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright guys, we got ourselves a special one for you today, and we're going to be talking about some support units who will equip specific gear that will help out your Jinwoo. That's right, some more testing has been done, so shout out to Hyrulean and a few others who have done testing on my behalf, because when I did testing in early access, some of these things did not work. So here we are testing again in global, and I stand corrected for some of these. I was wrong, so I'm going to come out with that right away and say that some of these gear actually does work for Jinwoo when you have the units as support. So we're going to show you guys a couple of these examples here, okay? So real quick, just so you guys have everything and understand everything and why these are important. So first off, just so you guys are aware, Jinwoo will have the ability to obviously use hunters on his team, and these hunters can wear specific gear to help him obviously improve his stats, etc. Right? So let's show you guys a couple of quick examples here. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the West Wind. I'm going to go ahead and put on, let's just see something here that's not going to affect anything. Let's just do that right there. I'm in the white now. You guys can see I can even take these boys out, and we're going to show you guys a couple different examples. Okay, so first off, 146, 251. I'm doing this on purpose. I'm going to show you guys around, give or take, 10 shots, okay? 10 shots from Westwind. I'll just redo them over and over and over again. We're gonna keep everything the same, stats wise, nothing changes. So I'll show you guys the stats, I guess, here. You guys can kind of see. These are the stats, okay, right there. So we're gonna show you guys 3 different specific armors. I'm gonna start off with the basic one, okay? So first off, I'm gonna try to build my bar completely, okay, in terms of my ultimate bar. I'm going to show you guys how the destroyer set works as a support unit, where you want to have it, and how it does actually benefit Jinwoo. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to just do a couple different shots. We're going to do the same formation every time. I'll do Westwind first, then we'll do the bow next. So here, I'll do this, start off with that. There's one. So watch the bar, right? You guys can see it kind of does build a little bit slow. There's 2 attacks, right? So we'll say 3 just for the sake of saying it. 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we're just gonna keep doing this. 8. That's okay if I get hit. Don't worry about it. 9, 10. You guys see the bear's almost dead here, right? So let's just do one more. 11. And look, 11 shots, I'm halfway, okay? 11 shots and I'm halfway there, guys. So 11, we're going to say 11 different skills got me to the halfway ultimate bar. You guys saw that ultimate bar, right? Now, let's put on somebody with the actual destroyer set as a support and see if that percentage actually does help. So we're going to do this quickly, and you guys will see 11 different hits we'll go through, and you guys will see the difference that'll make. Now, you guys can see here, my min will, in fact, have the set in place. Let's show you guys real quick here. Where is that? There we go. Artifacts. You guys can see that. Now, keep in mind, these accessories do not work. Okay, this will not work. This, in fact, is what I'm trying to show you guys. So the 4-piece set will give you a 20% additional increase to your actual power gauge. We've done a couple tests here, specifically Hyrulean actually, and notice that it's actually a 30% increase. So we'll see if that actually does come into play. So we'll jump in here and see how fast we build this bar, how much faster we build this bar. Okay, so we did 11 attacks to get the halfway point. We'll see if 11 attacks goes past the halfway point, and if this armor set actually does in fact affect Jinwoo when you have a support unit on there. So this might help you guys decide whether you want to have somebody with this or not. Okay, look at this. 2, 3, 4, and again, it doesn't have to hit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look how much faster that went. 10, and look, we're already past that halfway mark already, right? So you guys can see there, if I did 11, I would have been at the 75% mark at that point, right? So much faster to build up your special bar there. So that right there will show you guys that destroyer set actually does help. Alright, so the next set we're going to look at is going to be the Guardian set, the Palace Guardian set, specifically the one that buffs you when you have a shield. So I'm going to put Kim Chul here. I have the set on him right there. Again, it doesn't really need to do anything, but this one actually shows you the buff. So the whole 4-piece set does is when a team member, including the user, activates a shield and increases their individual damage dealt by 10% for 10 seconds. So this is actually an easy one because it's visible. So I'm going to show you guys how this works. I'm going to go ahead and jump in without him. We're going to take her out. We'll form team. The only weapon I'm going to put on here is going to be Vulcan's, because Vulcan actually does give you a shield. Or I can actually put the Demon Longsword as well. Doesn't really matter. Either or works fine. Let's go ahead and put the Vulcans, and we'll do level. Let's go to 26 actually, or 25. I mean, sorry. This one actually will give me the ability to be in the white, right? So you guys can see that. So let's go show you guys how it works without it, and then how you can see the buff with it. It's very straightforward and easy to identify, and this one will help you guys do an additional 10% damage every time you have a weapon with a shield. So it's fantastic against like the dragon or any bosses that you're struggling with in terms of beating. So watch what happens here, right? We're gonna do this. Now watch when I do the move. Right, you guys can see Vulcan's Rage. You guys can see Double-Edged Sword, etc. Rage, right? But no actual buff outside of those ones. Then nothing else comes into mind. Nothing else is happening. Now watch what happens if I get out now and I equip somebody with the actual set. You'll see there's a damage increase bonus that you didn't see down there at all until I do it with somebody who has the set on. So let's go ahead and put on Kim Chul. So Kim, where are you? There you are. Okay, so we have 156, 153, so that's perfect. Now he has the set, okay? Now watch what happens when I cast it, because I get a shield as soon as I do Vulcan's Rage move, and you guys will see that a brand new buff will appear in the bottom with damage increase for 10 seconds, right? And that's what I want to show you guys. So check it out. Okay, let's let this guy go by. Now watch. You guys see that damage increase right there? You guys can see right on the screen, right there. That damage increase is actually because I just got a shield popped up right there. So the actual move does help, and you guys can see it right at the bottom of the screen. It's about to disappear. It's 10 seconds, right? And it's about to go away. So that's the beauty of this one. You, as a matter of fact, can get yourself a buff every time you cast the shield. So you can have multiple things happen. Right now you can cast anything with it, right? Here's another example right there. There's the damage increase again, right? So this does in fact work and should be taken advantage of as often as you possibly can. Now, why are these important? Now, these are important for things like the Battle of Time runs, because you can have units that will provide you guys a lot of utility, especially when you're using Jinwoo. All right, the last set here, and this is a little harder to prove because there's no actual visible buff, but we have numbers to show you guys, so I'm not going to put it into action, but I will explain what the set does, and that's going to be the last set over here, the noble set. Okay, so the holy set or the noble set, noble sacrifice. Now this one here decreases the user's attack, so whoever's wearing it, by 8%, but increases their team member's attack by 8%. As a matter of fact, we did a couple of calculations here and we found that the actual set gives you more than 8%. It was roughly about 10%. Now, how did the testing go by? Again, shout out to Hyrulean on this one. What he did was he put on 99% precision for me. I asked him to do that because I was like, we have to have no, like, without a shadow of a doubt, and then went ahead and did a lot of different shots. Okay, so you guys will see here very quickly the amount of damage that increased. It was much different. So here's what it looked like. Okay, I'm gonna bring over my Discord over here to you, and you guys can see we're laughing at this because the numbers actually went up. So average noble 99% precision was 189,762. Average non-noble precision was 170,828. And then the difference was about 9.98%. So we figured out it was about a 10% increase rather than an 8% increase. Now that could be based on RNG. This wasn't all of his shots, by the way. He did quite a few of them. We just didn't record all of them here. This one here, we were trying to explain what happened, but we realized with Westwind, he was in the radius, so he lost 75% of the damage. That made sense. So yeah, we wanted to make sure that we had that all covered for you guys. So those three sets right there, guys, are important to put on your unit. So if you are running any Battle of Time, or if you're just lacking DPS, or if you need more ultimate, or if you have a shield setup and you want some more damage from that shield setup, use those units and give them that armor, and your Jinwoo will actually benefit from those quite heavily. All right, so those three are the most important support unit artifacts. Nothing else works, unfortunately. So we've taken a look at all other artifacts. We've taken a look at, like, for example, Berserker, Executor. None of that stuff works, by the way, as artifacts. The tagging out one doesn't work as artifacts, but the three armors, specifically the ones I mentioned to you guys, do work. So again, just to break it down, this one here, the Destroyer set, okay, the Noble set, and the Palace Guardian set. or Pal's guard set, or the Guardian set as they call it. Those three are the ones we noticed that actually have an impact to Jinwoo when your support units use them. Alright guys, thank you again for watching. Again, shout out to Hyrulean for doing the testing for me. I appreciate you. Been sitting in Discord and talking all night last night trying to figure this all out. So it's good to know that at least everything does work as intended, and we are ready to show you guys more testing as we find it. Thank you again for watching. This is Payne. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.